Okie dokie. And yes, we are set to go. So just for the fact that we are streaming, I will say welcome to the Cursed Fen of the Old Kingdoms. We are playing, I've actually lost count of how many games we've played, but we are ensconced in a deep mystery about curses and pontifex and a lot of sailing as well as some strange international politics in the land of, or in the world, I should say, of Palladium Fantasy. But currently, well, let's see. I'll give someone the opportunity to do the recap if they should like to do so.
What is the date on this recap? It was, hold on, if we're on July.
6/28.
It would have been, yeah.
Yeah, the 28th.
Well, we didn't play last week, did we? Oh, yeah, we did play last week. Okay, hold on. Did I send you guys the recap?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Very, very thorough one, too.
That's right. Yes, absolutely.
And prompt, wasn't it like
I had
the
it
night
open.
of?
Well,
Yes.
that's what I've been doing now. So I'm trying to find a balance because I don't want to like spend more time doing them later, but I also want to be present when we're playing instead of just taking notes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
But so I'm trying to find a balance, but it's okay. Oh, the creepy alien eggs. I forgot about those.
Yes.
And we fought the big shrimp ass thing. That's right.
Yeah, big shrimp ass.
And Telecom. Oh, and we have a whale on our side.
That is correct.
Yeah, I can only recap the second half of it just because I wasn't there the first half. I did read the recap, but I don't remember all of the beginning of it.
And then
I think it
Travis,
was-
how are you feeling? We were worried about you.
Oh, it wasn't good. It took until midnight that night. I was
Oh,
like bundled up, and Kendra brought me a puke bucket, but I couldn't even move. Yeah, my fingertips were numb until like midnight, and then at midnight
God.
I was able to like finally like get clothes off and not feel like I had a fever. And then the next day until about 5 o'clock, I still didn't. I felt way better, but I was just, my body was sore just from like, I think being so tense, trying not to move because I had like motion sickness too with it. I have no idea. That was not fun, but I'm back to normal now.
Excellent. So you don't know what you had?
Food
Was some
poisoning or
kind of
something?
flu?
I have no idea, but it came and went in like 6 hours. So it was pretty nuts.
jeez.
Yeah. I don't suggest it.
Okay, well, I'll take it off my agenda.
Stay away from, whatever the fuck I did.
A rousing endorsement. But yes, a lot happened last week, although it was a relatively short game. And let me see. I don't think no, I can't remember if we streamed it or not. But all that said and done. Let's see, sorry, my computer's going kind of slow. You did finally decide what to do about the boat. You went to go talk to your friend Trenton. And you were gonna basically say, hey, we didn't find the axe, but can we still use your boat? Because we went and did the thing, but he was like, oh, hey, change of plan, just take me to Phi and you can keep the boat. So you did. I believe you were kind of doing, you had decided a couple of other things. I think even some shopping had been done while you were in town. But you took the boat to Phi. On the way, you ran into a whale, or I guess more accurately, what they call a killer whale, which I think is technically a dolphin. I had an
What?
argument with a teacher about that one.
Yes.
But anyways,
Orcas are not whales, but anyway, go ahead.
Oh god. Okay, I don't know if I can play anymore. That's just totally screwed up my mind.
Well, because whales are mammals and orcas are fish.
Yeah, so it's a real stupid name that it's named a killer whale.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So wait,
this
so
is-
so it's a wait, so an
Oh,
orca
maybe
is
I'm
a
wrong
fish?
about that. Maybe it is just a dolphin. Hold
No,
on.
you are right, Jen. It's an orca is not technically a whale.
But
I mean,
maybe
it
it
is and
might
it
still
isn't.
be a mammal.
It is a mammal, yes.
but so the argument started like I was working at a summer school job with the teachers and everything. I was doing the same thing I always do, which is being a secretary. And she was like, "Oh, these two kids were arguing about whether a dolphin could eat a shark." And I'm like, "Oh, that's funny." I mean, I guess it would. I guess it technically would be if an orca ate a nurse shark. She's like, "Well, what do you mean?" And I'm like, "An orca's a dolphin." She's like, "No, that's wrong." So we had this argument about that, but that's all. I'll always remember it. Anyhow, so you met this orca. It was super friendly. It warned you of danger, so you were able to stay away from a giant whirlpool, and you got to Phi with no problem. From Phi, Trenton teleported over to a distant city of Sandpoint to meet his friend Rystrom Kedges, who had just recently been extricated from danger in the region of Mount Nimro. And so that all has been resolved. You all have a boat now, and you also have this wicked axe that is evidently just super effective against giants. Now, one of the things that you were told is that there's a really awesome, that actually Trenton was nice enough to tell you, there's a shrine to the north of the city that you just entered, just on the sea, that apparently can remove a curse. And on the way there, you did fight a smaller version of the monster you evaded. This, even though it is a baby version, it was still a massive beast that threatened to capsize the boat. Through all of your brave abilities and the help of the whale whom you have named Telecom, you were able to overcome that, get to the Shrine Island, and discover that the beast that you fought very likely came from one of 6 massive eggs that you now are kind of observing on the beach. So now the question is, what do you wish to do with the remainder of these eggs? There are 5 unhatched eggs.
With these eggs, are they like the same size as the creature we saw in the water, or are they
yeah.
like smaller?
They're huge.
Okay, so like potentially one hatches, it's the same size as the one we just fought.
Oh yeah.
Kif is hungry.
Is there any sign that they're like gonna hatch soon? I guess other than the fact that one hatched recently.
It's hard to say. Like, these things are so creepy and alien that it's not like, oh yeah, this is hatching season for creepy giant monsters.
Right.
No, it's going to be a little bit tougher to figure that out. I would allow either an Arcana or a Nature check, but if you roll Nature, it would be with disadvantage.
Okay.
I only have +1 on either.
I'm a -1 Nature, so I'm just gonna.
I got-
a
Or Kif has +5 on Arcana.
Oh, well, do that then.
I'll roll a nature at disadvantage then. Just see. Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Very nice.
you, Kif.
Nope. No, Draw doesn't know anything about nature.
And Kif could assume, and one could assume that they're laid, if they're all together, they're laid relatively the same time and would have a kind of a close hatching period.
Yeah, there's a really good chance that if these things are going to hatch, they're probably going to hatch within about a week of each other.
Okay. Okay, one thing I guess I would wonder is the thing that hatched them, I would hope is not, or that laid them would probably be bigger and hopefully not on the island.
Well, what you can infer is that the thing that hatched them is what you avoided when you saw that giant, massive whirlpool.
I mean, I say we rig these things up with all the explosives we have on the ship and then sail offshore a little ways just so if they don't all die, we're at least a little bit of a distance away.
Right. Well, and we don't have cannons on our ship.
No.
do we?
Not yet, anyways.
Okay. Yeah, I
Ooh.
was gonna say let's just blow them. Let's just blow them the hell up. But we do have we have gunpowder. Do we have gunpowder?
Like a wise man once said, you're gonna need a bigger boat.
Right? So,
Yeah, he was so wise.
so the only way we can get back is through this water as well. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so it's not like these things do pose a danger to us. We can't just avoid them.
It would be
Yeah.
difficult, let's say. Like right now, you have at least an opportunity to do something about it, and as I suppose you might have the view that it's cruel to like do something to these eggs before they even have the chance to hatch. But I would say, Kif, you probably know that these things are in fact the creations of the beings known as the Old Ones. So they're like engines of destruction. Like they're not made for much else but like eating and destroying.
Let's burn them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one more
Yeah.
question. Okay, if we blow them up while we're out to sea a bit, we're not gonna be that effective in combat. And we're gonna have to eventually get to this shore. So if we can't blow them up in one, if the first initial explosion doesn't kill all of them, do we want to be on land to be more effective, or be on the ship to be a little bit further from harm?
Are we on land right now or on the ship?
I'll say that you have made landfall on. Basically, you're on land. Like your ship has weighed anchor on the shore, and or near the shore, and you've gotten like away boats. You haven't gone onto land yet, but you do see them out there. Like they're pretty
Right.
for this island.
Well, here's my thinking. We could rig them to explode. If we rig them to explode on like a long fuse, I don't think we're gonna get like super close to our boat anyway. But we could rig them to explode and make sure that we've got everything set up so that we can be prepared to fight whatever happens to survive.
I mean, yeah. What kind of terrain do we have on this? Because these things seem more aquatic, I guess. But what kind of terrain is on this island? Like a beach, forest, or jungle, or what?
It seems jungly.
Ooh.
So potentially we might be able to escape into the jungle if we need to.
Right. Yeah. If they're as big as they look, they might have trouble or just a disinterest in following us into the jungle. Might be able to I don't know, take them out.
What's in that jungle though?
I'm sure
That's a good
fine.
point. It's probably not just these things in egg form.
So perhaps we should rig these things up to explode. Maybe go into the jungle a ways and draw. You have a rifle or a gun. You can probably shoot the gunpowder and explode it from a distance.
Yeah, I believe that's how it works. Not in real life, I don't think, but in Fantasyland, I believe that. I mean, yeah. Actually, I don't know. I know I bought some smithing tools. I don't know. I can't remember. Did I buy some like black powder for?
Oh wait, I forgot what world we live in. Does anybody have the ability to cast a fire spell?
I wish.
Probably Miltiades. But
Yeah.
This time I'm not really a spellcaster. Yeah.
A damn rat. Never around.
well, I think in this world we can I don't know. I don't know what the gods of the masters of dungeons would have to say about shooting gunpowder. Um, but we might be. But I don't know if I have a whole lot of gunpowder. I think I just bought the materials to make more
I
shot. Not.
bought the blacksmith's tools. But
Yeah,
not-
I've got.
I don't know if you bought any gunpowder. You didn't buy whatever.
Yeah, I
it's-
didn't buy the ammo, the special ammo.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I didn't say I was gonna buy gunpowder. I didn't even think about it.
Well,
I don't know.
Do
We've
you
got
have
much-
anything to make them explode with?
What if we lay a tinder box there?
yeah. I mean,
Well,
we could-
right. If we get some brush or something, just
yeah.
line it all up there, and it'll be
Yeah,
like.
if you wanted to
little
just
cook
like
fire.
start a bonfire under this under these eggs, you could absolutely do that.
Yeah, we could just poke a hole in one of the kegs of gunpowder and just make a fuse with that and just walk it up to them.
Right.
Or
So, do we have gunpowder on the ship then?
I know Ish said we did last week, but I don't know how much.
Okay.
Yeah, you have some gunpowder on this ship. Not a terrible amount. Like you might be able to. Let's just quantify it and say you might be able to blow up a 1.
Mm,
so what if we roll these eggs next to each other, light a bonfire around them, and put the keg of gunpowder in the middle?
That
oh
could
yeah,
work.
just kind of like group them around it.
To make
Agreed.
a campfire with
Yeah.
gunpowder in the middle,
Yeah.
so that they'll all, boil in their shells and then explode
Works for me.
when they're
That
vulnerable.
works. Yeah.
Yeah, I rather like that. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, let's do it.
I'm down.
All right.
So that's
Now,
the plan. So what do we need? We need to gather brush and driftwood and
Hmm. Yeah, anything light and dry, I think is a good way to go. They're like palm trees, or they're like old palm fronds lying on the ground.
Ish, can we move the eggs? Can we roll them?
I'm just about to put out the map of them. And let's see. Just nope, that's good. And let me go ahead and oops. Dang it, why is this? Sorry, give me just one quick second. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and oh shoot, why did that happen? Sorry, I had this map perfect and then I did one thing and it all went to hell. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you the map. And you'll see the eggs. They're very big. You can move them.
Jesus.
You think that they can be kind of rolled like
Oh.
massive supersized beach balls,
Oh,
heavy
geez.
ones at that. Although you do have a feeling that moving them might potentially risk catching them.
Okay.
Hmm.
And we can only blow one up, so
Well, I still think we need to put them in a loose circle. So where are they? Okay, I'm not looking at the map. It might help if I knew where they were.
There are handfuls that are like close to each other, so you wouldn't be moving them very far to getting them close together.
yeah, because the 3 lowest, I think we could probably move. Well, 4 of them we could probably move pretty close to each other, and that
So
top
really,
one,
it's just that top one that we need to bring down. Is it worth it
Yeah.
to roll it down?
And
Wait,
then
there's 6, but one is hatched.
yeah, I was
Right.
just
Yeah.
Now, are these just aquatic beings, or are they able to? Are they? Can they be on land?
Magic.
You're wondering if they're amphibious and if they can operate on
Thank
land.
you. That's the question. That's
But
the word.
you're not sure. At least so far, you have not noticed any evidence. It is curious that they have been the eggs have been laid on land and not at sea.
Right.
Hmm.
I mean, I would assume they have some level of, land ability just because they're up here.
Right.
So
I
we
don't know what
want
level.
this one to move like there.
Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense. And probably,
And then if we move this in a little bit, we could put the keg, sorry. We
Yeah,
could put the keg like there.
because let's say if we can get 85 feet is from like one end to the other of that smaller, the more clustered up group. I mean, I don't know how big this explosion's gonna be.
Well, so this one we'd have to move up a little.
Yeah,
And this one we'd move down.
so
This
maybe
is the only one that we have to roll far. This one we just roll a little.
we set up the keg first, start rolling these things, and if shit goes south, we just blow it and run.
Well,
Yeah.
that's where we need draw with the quick draw, right?
Right. So, well, here's what I'm thinking. First step, we get all of the brush, the kindling around. We place it everywhere we need. Then we place the keg, and then we start rolling them in. Because if they start going, we blow up the keg, and then hopefully wherever they happen to be, there's enough kindling to get a fire started wherever they are. So I'll be happy to shoot the powder keg, but I think our first step is make sure we can burn as much wherever they happen to be.
That's a great plan.
Well, and we need you to be super vigilant and
Oh yeah.
have the gun ready in case one hatches.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think I'm going to be much help pushing any of these things. My strength is not good. So I'll help like set everything up, but I'll keep my eyes peeled on any of these that start to jiggle, and then I'll tell y'all to get the heck out of there, and then I can go ahead and just try to light it up.
Okay. Well, so my strength is pretty good. I think I'm a 14. Does anyone else?
My strength is a 13 plus 1.
Okay. Well, mine's 14 plus 2, right?
Oh, so you're better. Yeah, you got your.
That's good. And I think it's okay that Miltiades is having a moment this week.
He's seasick.
He is. Trust me, he is very seasick. I was there. I seen it.
You guys must like do caber tosses on these like camping trips or something, huh?
Oh my god, there's a lot of drinking, but yeah. Ryan Miltiades every morning was the beautiful sounds of a guy dry heaving and a dog squealing.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But all right. So yeah, if you want to move the first of these, tell me where you want to move them.
So can we do we have an opportunity to get like as much brush and kindling laid down kind of just in this area? I'm thinking in like the central area and maybe some over here. So if we have to set a fire, it'll spread, hopefully.
We'll just kind of do a squiggly here to signify that.
Okay,
Gift's
cool.
on it. He's a hunter-gatherer.
Nice.
All right. We got our
Okay.
we got our
I thought that squiggle is where we're putting the keg.
Right, but we're putting the keg on top of the kindling and the dry palm fronds
Okay,
and the
so we're not putting the kindling on the outside of the circle, we're putting it on the inside.
well, I think we should put some definitely here in the middle, but we should spread it around. So if we get like if we get this top egg, if we only get it like halfway, hopefully the fire will spread and it'll still try to light it up a bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So we
There's-
want,
Okay, so we want to move this one to here.
so maybe kindling to like, I drew a circle where the kindling potentially could go and try and get
Yeah.
everything to there.
All right. So I want a group strength check. This is going to be a little different as opposed to a group stealth check where it's kind of majority wins. This is going to be more like the number of people who make it over a certain amount are going to contribute to the movement. And Edward, fantastic.
Edward
That is
just
an
got
awesome
dumb
strength check.
luck.
So which one am I rolling? Am I just going to strength and rolling? So not saving throw.
Not a saving throw. If you have athletics, that absolutely applies here. So you can do strength athletics, but if not, you would just be clicking on your pure strength score.
I do have strength athletics.
I'm really
All
enjoying
right.
that Edward survived so much of this game with just pure luck of the draw.
So you push, in fact, I'll even do kind of dramatically, you push this egg down this kind of scrub area. It's not even on the beach, otherwise it would have been easier just kind of getting it on the soft sand. And as you do, it wiggles like a Pokeball when you're trying
Oh,
to
no.
capture something. But thankfully you managed to get it there without any further incident. But you can tell that you've kind of stirred it somewhat.
Oh,
But there
man.
you go. You've
Ca-
got 4 of these things right on top of each other.
Can I just comment on the levelings of anxiety I used to have watching that little Pokeball just shake? I'd be like, is it gonna stay? Is it no shit? Oh.
Very early on playing Pokemon, and I was in high school at the time. I don't know if it's ever been confirmed, but the common wisdom was you would press down and B while that little Pokeball was wiggling around, and it was supposed to make it as effective as a Master Ball. I don't know
Oh,
if that's
really?
true, but I did it every single time. It was kind of like, when you do that thing, like you kiss your palm and put it on the top of your roof when you like drive through a tunnel
Uh-huh.
or something. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
I just did it. It was pure superstition, probably, but
That is,
I-
everybody has told me a different go through a tunnel story. Like I've never heard of that. And like,
Really?
no,
I've never
mine
heard
was
of
always
that.
hold my breath. Or no, my parents were always honk the horn and hold
Yeah.
your breath. Somebody else had another one, and I was just like, now this one. I'm like, everybody has a different tunnel thing.
I heard way more Pokeball techniques than tunnel techniques. I guess I'm all over that. Yeah.
So I
Oh.
don't have a tunnel one. I have a railroad tracks. You're supposed to lift your feet over the railroad tracks and then keep them up until you see a red object.
What? That's gotta be
Wait, what was that?
So when you're driving, ideally, if when you're a passenger,
helpful.
go over, it's harder when you're driving. If when you go over railroad tracks, you're supposed to lift your feet, and then as soon as you see something red, you can put them back down.
I've never heard of that one.
Nope.
I
What?
I don't. I mean, I
Not
don't
even lifting the
do it
feet.
since I was 12. You know.
and I think that's one of, it's funny, but I think that's one of those things that's the last regional thing
Yeah.
of like, oh, over here they do this and over here they do that. Just like what do you all call like a 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola? What do you call that?
Pop?
I just
Pop.
call it Coke.
And the funny
Um,
thing is, I'm a Coke caller. Like it doesn't matter if it's Sprite or 7-Up
Same.
or Dr. Pepper. I call it
Same.
Coke. Pass me
Yeah.
a Coke. Kind of Coke.
Yeah, that's a very Texas thing, though, isn't it?
That's very Texas thing.
Yeah.
I've always had a Coke too, and I'm a
It's
native
soda,
Colorado.
like any carbonated thing in a can is a soda.
Huh.
And then when I
And
moved here, I got
Now, because I've lived here for 20 years, but
yeah. When I moved here, it was a culture shock hearing people say, "Hey, you want a pop?" Like
pop up.
a lollipop, but But I got, yeah, you get used to it.
Let's just give me a Coke.
Mhm.
Oh man, a good Coke. And then
So-
they
And of
ask
course-
you on Pepsi, and it's like, get the hell out of here.
Oh, that's the worst.
And of course, now thanks to Always Sunny, it's like now it's just beer me a soda.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was a huge digression. All right, so you have 4 of these things all together. You can potentially move this guy here if you want to, but you think that's going to be kind of tough unless you do some jumbling around.
Why?
Mm.
Just because the closest you could get it is like there. And like just imagine an explosion wouldn't especially affect this guy because these 2 are kind of in the way. Unless you move
Right.
this guy further up and then you kind of do that and then
I think we should do that.
Alright.
Yeah, I think we got to give it a shot. And
Yeah, might be worth
Yeah.
might be
Okay.
worth it.
all right, so I need 2 more sets of strength athletics checks then. So do the first set and we'll see and tell me what you move on that first one.
Edward's crushing it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mm.
Merrick wasn't as good that time.
Yeah.
And then are we missing someone or is this every yeah, okay. Sadly that one and tell me which one you're moving.
Uh-oh.
I thought it was this one, but it's up to you guys.
Well, let's just move let's move this one up first.
Yeah.
Right.
That one only moves slightly. You basically just kind of nudge it.
Oh,
Mm,
that's
it's
bullshit.
a little bit more dug in, huh?
We can't
Sand
roll
boy.
it.
I don't know if we want to roll it just because these things kind of are potentially coming to life.
Okay. Well, that's still, but even moving it a little still puts us in a better position to move the other one.
Sure.
Sure.
And you can move this one here and it'll be a little bit more. So you can if you want to. Do you want to go ahead and move this one?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So
All
we
right,
need your athletics check.
here we go.
Jesus.
That's better. Oh goodness.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
god. Oh god.
Oh, it's gonna wake up.
Oh, wait, those are saving throws. Aren't those wrong?
I
Oh,
mean,
did I
if-
do a strength? Well, I mean,
It might-
honestly,
It might be the same thing. If you
yeah,
don't
for
have
athletics,
proficiency
for
or
for athletics, for a strength check or a dex save, it's all the same. I don't have anything else to add to it. It's all -1. I told you I was weak. Oh,
so all right. Let's see. Did anybody not make a check? Because I think we did. It was 18, 8, 22, and 0.
Man.
Yeah,
I'll,
can Merrick just beast it. I mean,
So you move it and it gets like right nuzzled up in there. Draw. What you do is you try and press on it, and you kind of press in this weird, awkward way, where your
Oh.
robotic hands just push through the shell of the egg.
I got a
You
weak
have
spot.
ruptured it.
Oh no, I got a weak spot. Ooh.
Grab its heart.
All right. Yep, I think this is the time to do it. What like are they moving or do they look like they're gonna start hatching?
So
Or-
this
So
one
you-
is
push through the shell.
yes. He like punched 2 like hand-sized holes into the shell, and it's leaking something.
What do you feel when you do that?
It's
Goop?
I'm trying to think of the best thing to say here, but it's like
Bag of sand.
no, it's more like y'all watched the original Men in Black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
When Agent J is like helping deliver that baby and like he ends up covered in goop.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't-
you
Well, good.
is it
You do see
alive?
this
Is it
creature.
moving?
oops, shoot, I gotta zoom in. You see this creature start to emerge
Oh no.
Some alien shit.
Blow it.
And it's trying to like it's trying to like come out of the egg.
Okay.
So you can do. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting y'all onto the beach.
All right.
On the north side, I'll move myself down.
okay.
I'll go ahead and call out our go word to be like, oh, this one's coming. Congratulations, you've got a squid. And I don't know if we have to roll initiative or I can start to act or
So
guessing
tell me how you had
initiative.
the explosive set up.
could
Like,
I
can you detonate it
Yash,
remotely?
could I have put myself over here?
Sure.
I was just gonna shoot it.
Now here's the tricky part. Do you have a clear line of sight to it?
I thought Draw was
Uh-oh.
going to shoot it. Where are you, Draw?
Yeah, draws. I'm not shooting that thing.
Sorry, sorry, I think I got a little glitchy there. I was gonna ask if I could be a little bit over here because I want to try to get possibly a better shot at it from a different angle.
So have
All right.
we set the brush on fire yet?
No.
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 I think now is the point where I would yell to everybody to get the hell out, and then I would shoot it, and then we would see
All
what
right.
we got to do.
Go ahead and
We
shoot
all
it.
spread out and light the brush as you shoot the keg.
Well, I thought we were gonna let the keg fire explode. If you guys want to try to light the extra brush, I'd say go ahead.
Like let's go around as fast as we can and light the brush, and then get the fuck out of there, and you can shoot the keg.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good for me too.
Yeah. I don't care.
Either way.
Are
Right,
we
that's our
able?
plan. So we try to circle around.
Yeah, I would like to
Light
move
brush.
up into the. Well, it looks like we have two KIFs on the screen, but I want to go to where North KIF is to try and maybe light that brush if we can get there.
Oh yeah,
We're
I
north.
added everybody, but yeah, you can be where you'd like. Give me 1 second while I find a thing. All right. So you think that you all have just a short, tiny amount of time before this thing starts just popping out of this egg, and even though it's a brand spanking new creature, you think it's going to be pretty hungry as it comes out of the shell.
Well, and
So-
it has that like it's a big ass shrimp that has gobs of acid spit, right?
Yes.
If
Yes,
I recall
absolutely.
correctly.
So everybody roll initiative just to see the first round. The creature is not going to act. As to how many rounds you have before it does, that's a secret.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, I thought I just rolled it. Sorry.
All right, and draw is on there.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I forgot to click on
Oh,
my
my
character.
token was not selected. God
That's
damn.
I
Yeah.
can add you.
I did the same thing. Yeah.
And Edward Crow. All right. For fun, let's roll for the thing, and it is on the 3. And then Kif, did I get your initiative?
No, just go back.
And Kif. Cool. So there we are. You are on an 18. I'll let you decide between you and Edward which of you goes first.
Go ahead.
Well, wait, Kif, are you further up north?
I am, yeah.
So are you closer to that? So when I'm looking at this, I just drew like a really crude circle for that tinder or the
Yeah.
ring of fire. If that's accurate, it looks like you have a closer line to light it. So maybe you should light it.
So is lighting that circle gonna allow us to light the keg and the main timber? or is it just going to create a firewall that we can't get in, or do I does Kif sacrifice himself?
I
It's up to y'all. One thing I will say is that although explosives are a relatively new thing in this world, you would know well enough that like you could start the fire, it would set the explosive off, but then the explosive would probably put the fire out.
Oh.
Oh,
well, you say that, but I didn't know that in this world actually. So
me neither.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I think that actually happens. Yeah.
An explosive puts a fire out. Why does it suck up the oxygen?
So
Yeah, it kind of like just it will shoot the tinder that you've put there like out,
Mhm.
but then also it will like the concussive force will put out the fire.
Yeah, it'll kind of blow the oxygen out.
Well,
makes sense.
Well,
Yeah.
so that's why I thought we were lighting fires around the outside to boil the eggs and then shooting the keg.
that's what my thought was too. I just
Okay.
didn't realize the fact that it was also going to blow that fire out once we shoot the keg. So I say we just role play our ignorance here.
Sounds good.
That's totally good.
We can we can totally do that since we definitely all were on kind of different pages. But if the explosion is going to put out the fire, I don't necessarily want that.
All right,
to
Kif, do
happen.
you want to go ahead and light the fire?
Kif's lighting the fire with his torch.
All right, so you toss the torch. You get the fire going. I am gonna say that it's gonna take a round before the fire really reaches the thing. So on your turn next round, it will explode.
Okay.
And then Edward, it is your turn.
Well, as that shit. Okay. As that thing is hatching, I'm gonna try and shoot it, I guess. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna shoot that thing. I have a musket.
Go for it.
All right. So I think I only have one musket, I believe.
You would have advantage. This creature is very disoriented. It's coming out of its shell.
Oh.
So go ahead and roll again if you like.
All right.
Much better. Go ahead and do
All
that.
right, right on. I needed that one.
Yeah,
There
you
you
do.
go.
Mhm. Very nice. Okay.
Think and at that point I'm going to start sort of slinking away into like the brush area.
Okay.
Like
You do that. The creature actually, and I don't have a good way of like really expressing this, but it kind of withdraws into the thing. It's just like the newest life form that's come out into the world, and it just got like shot in the body, and so now it's like retreating into the egg. And then presuming that Edward is done, we go to draw.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna try to take a step back, move here, maybe position myself in case I do need to get around and blow up the powder keg if necessary some other time. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here. So we probably haven't had a long rest since our last
Sad. You can
encounter.
have had a short rest if you want.
Okay. Let me just check one thing here. I don't think I get my Hexblade's curse. Oh, I do. Yeah, actually, I do get that back.
Nice.
But I think I might save that for the moment. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull out Cold Soul and do my thing.
You
Alright.
which one are you attacking?
The critter.
You
The
have
critter
you have advantage on that.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll just roll that again.
Just call him a critter. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay, so one better to hit 12.
Sadly, that does not hit.
Oh, damn it. I'm just no good with this thing.
It's brand new and it's got like a relatively soft carapace, but even still, you kind of shoot it and it just kind of gets lost in its like weird, creepy, shrimpy body.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do? Any bonus actions?
I think that's about all I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Cool. It is the turn of the creature. It is kind of like not doing anything because it's still orienting itself. And then Mirror, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot him with the crossbow.
Go for it.
I mean, why won't it shoot? Does that hit?
That
Should-
is absolutely a hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and okay.
God
Damage
damn it. How
recorded.
come I get crappy damage all the time?
Let's see. It might have to do with the fact that you're using a dexterity weapon and your dexterity is not very high. If you were to throw a javelin, you would do more damage.
Okay, that's actually a great question that I have for you, Ish.
Mhm.
You gave me the javelin last week because there was something on the boat that you wanted me to use as a javelin to throw at the shrimpy thing.
Oh, the harpoon, like in 20,000
yeah, but
Leagues.
I don't actually have a javelin, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
So how do I get rid of it from my inventory?
Oh, you will want to go into your character and remove it. I can do that for you if you like.
Yeah, can you just get rid of it?
So let's see. Okay. So all right. Presuming that is the end of your turn.
It is.
All right. So then immediately at the start of Kif's turn, a massive explosion rocks that entire area. Thankfully, you all are outside of its radius. Let's see.
Okay, so massive explosion. So the keg exploded.
Correct. And then now these things, let's say, okay,
Oh
these
God.
things are kind of crawling out of the wreckage, but they're very badly hurt.
Are they all like burned and molting and stuff?
Yeah, they're like not super great. And what you notice is that they're actually trying to go to the sea. They're just all they're trying to do is just like crawl into the sea. But let's see, Kif, it is the start of your turn. You notice that these things are starting to crawl out of their shells, very badly hurt.
And is there still fire going around? No.
Yeah. Did the explosion put out the fire?
It did, but there's enough kindling still that you can set it on fire again on your turn if you want.
Oh, let's do
Oh.
that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, Kif was gonna go for some flaming crossbows, but Kif will relight the kindling again.
All right, so it starts back on fire, and we'll say there were maybe like embers, but now that you've done that, there's a pretty healthy fire now, and we'll use.
I keep
Please.
forgetting that speaking in third person is part of your thing. So I keep thinking like that you're slightly a tool for like a second every time. I'm like,
See,
It's
thank you. That
actually-
was the
"Be in
The
character."
worst part of that curse.
that was the
In
social
fact-
stigma with it.
give yourself your own independent inspiration for being so in character.
Yes, very nice.
But yeah, there's a fire here, and it's going to affect the ones that are trying to crawl out. Let's see. So Kif does that. Edward, it is now your turn.
Um,
What
yeah.
would you like to do?
So I'm going to continue. So how far off, like this map, would there be like some like foliage and growth and everything? We're pretty like on the border of it, or what? So I want to go hide in the kind of the edge so I can get a sneak in.
Yeah, I would allow you to do that.
All right. Yeah. So if I can, move closer to the foliage.
Sure.
Just move my map instead of my character. Yeah. So somewhere up in this area, and then would that give me? I've never been a rogue, so I'm like that gives me enough to get a sneak attack in, possibly.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. How do I do that? So yeah, I'm gonna go for this guy right here if I can.
All right.
Let me see how this works. Oh, sneak attack. I have a button for it. All right, that works for me.
It looks like it does it automatically on your attack, which is good.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but I gotta roll for attack. I'm gonna
Yep.
need. All right. Where's my? What am I doing here? How do I not remember anything? right. So did it roll attack or is that just the damage on it?
It did roll the attack. It was your rapier. Is that what you were trying to use?
Yeah. And
Okay.
was that a 12 the attack?
A 12 does not hit.
Oh, damn it. Even with this.
You want to?
Yeah,
Oh, you would have. You used your bonus action to hide. Oh, but you have advantage because you hit. So roll in.
oh, okay. With the same weapon or the offhand?
The same weapon.
Okay. Oh,
Right. That is absolutely a hit. You do really good damage to it. It did add your sneak attack, which is great. The creature is still up, but you have ruptured it severely. Give me a quick dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck. All right.
All right.
All right.
You take 3 points of acid damage.
Oh, shit. All right. Doesn't sound like much, guys, but that's a lot for me.
All right. And then, presuming you're done with your turn, we go to draw.
Yes.
All right. Which one were you hitting? Was it this one right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
If
The one
it
you're right
helps
on
to
top
know,
of.
this one's in bad shape too.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try to go for that one again. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just about the only thing I can do is really fire on it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cast Toll the Dead since I know that one's already taken damage. It has already taken damage, so
All right.
okay, so it takes 7 points of necrotic.
And it's this one here.
I was gonna do this one, the one
Sure.
that first came out, but either way.
Perfect. Yeah. It takes 7 points. It's in super bad shape, but still up.
I'm gonna
Is that the
move a
extent
little
of
bit.
your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit farther away.
Cool.
But yeah.
All right. So now it is their turn. This one is going to basically move straight forward. Actually, let's see. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In moving through that area, it is going to take a lot of fire damage, but it is through. This one's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it actually tramples over Kif. So Kif, I need a dexterity saving throw. You take 9 damage as it just like scrabbles over you with its very sharp claws. And then let's see, this one's going to move this way. It actually destroys your away boat.
Oh no.
2,
Check the loofah.
That's the loofah?
No, that's the loofah adapter
Okay, so the radiant
applicator.
fact out at sea. That was
This
just
one-
the rowboat?
This one was afraid, and actually, Edward, you get an opportunity attack on this one, but it was afraid of this direction, so it went up here and tried its luck on the fire and took damage. But Edward, go ahead and do your attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And you unfortunately missed, but this one's in super bad shape as well. Like it crawled over the fire and burned itself rather badly. That is what they do. This one in particular is in, like, it might submerge itself and it'll be a lot harder to try and defeat. Merrick, it is your turn.
Okay, so these creatures are so much larger than me that I cannot bloodbind them.
You can bloodbind them.
The blood curse of blinding says you attempt to bind a creature you can see within 30 feet that is no more than one size larger than you.
Oh shoot. Okay, I did not know that. So then, unfortunately, not.
Okay, just checking. Well, then really I have no choice other than crossbow at this
Okay.
point. So which I'm here.
If
so
it helps to know, well, okay, never mind.
What do you mean? You can't say that.
I was gonna say you could go up and attack it, because they're not retaliating, but they do bleed acid on you. So I mean, I guess in that sense they retaliate.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna move a little bit closer
Mhm.
so that I have a better shot, I guess, and I'm gonna shoot this guy with
Go
my-
for it.
Mm,
That is a hit.
nice.
Oh.
Well, it was better damage than before. Still crappy damage.
And that is enough. That takes that guy out.
Oh, good. I killed him.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. Woohoo! The lizard
um,
kills the big shrimp.
Kif, presuming that Merrick is done.
Yeah, is this guy that trampled me still available, or is he submerged?
No, he's still a valid target.
Okay, Kif's gonna take a couple crossbow shots at him.
Go for it. All right. So sadly, that is a miss. That is also a miss.
Oh, no.
Let's see. I will say that the fire does grow and engulfs these guys on your turn and does an additional. Okay, so this manages to take this guy out. This shrimp is in much worse shape. And that is, I presume that's the end for Kif of his turn, that is.
Yeah.
All right. And then Edward, it is your turn.
All right. Sorry. In a pretty unprecedented show of emotion for Edward, he's going to be very worried about the loofah and is going to try as hard as possible to catch up to this guy so that he
Okay.
isn't able to damage the ship, which I think I can only go 30.
I'll say you can get here,
Okay.
and because the eggs are spherical, you kind of have like, you can kind of see it a little bit from like under the edge of the egg, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
but-
There's no way I could like climb on these eggs safely, right?
You can actually. I would allow that.
All right. I'm going to try and shouting for the safety of my the loofah. I'm going to try and crawl to the top and try and get a shot off on the one running away. This guy.
Go for it.
And I don't know if I have the range for this thing. But
You
it's gonna
should.
happen.
Because what are you using? A crossbow?
Using a musket.
Oh, I'm not sure actually, but
Yeah,
we'll say
so-
yes.
Range 40 to 120 feet.
Yeah, you're perfect. You're within 35.
All right, sweet.
To protect the loofah.
Yeah, not my ship. And I get off a 20.
Very nice. So that is 15
Damaged.
damage. It is pretty damaged, but it is still up. It is still crawling towards the sea. And then we go from Crow to Draw.
All right, I'm gonna switch to the right tool. I'm gonna run right about over here. And I'm gonna take a pot shot at that same one that Crow was shooting at.
Go for it.
25 to hit. So it is.
Yeah, you did.
It is two-handed. So
Very
that's 7 piercing. As it wasn't great, but yeah, that should be it, I think.
It is hanging on to life. It is bleeding out, but still up. So let's see. I presume that is all that Draw can do.
Yeah, as my bonus action, I'm gonna put Hexblade's Curse on this one here at the top. Since this one's nearly done, I'm gonna just apply it to that one. And then yeah, that should be the end of my turn.
All right. What is a good?
What kind of curse is it?
It's Hexblade's curse.
Hexblade. I'm sorry. I keep asking you that every time.
That's all right. It's a good. It's fun to say. It's fun to say. Hexblade's curse.
Hexblade's curse.
Yep.
Kind of rolls off the tongue.
Right. Yeah.
This thing is getting away from the fire, so it gets about there. This thing rolls out into the ocean,
Oh no.
and it's about to submerge, but it hasn't yet. This thing does go here and submerges.
Uh-oh.
So let's see. I'm gonna.
But it's pretty damaged, right? Like it's not
Oh,
just submerge and be fine.
right. Yeah, it's super damaged. It's just it's gonna be slightly harder to really deal with it just because it's out and under the water kind of. But let's see. That is what happens. Oh, and Kif, I need another dexterity saving throw.
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
Question.
Hmm.
As a lizard, can I move through water?
Yes, in fact, I think you have a swimming speed.
I have a walking speed. It doesn't say a swimming speed anywhere. But
Let
it
me
might
double-
be hidden somewhere else.
I could be completely forgetting about, like, I had thought that lizard folk got swimming speeds, but I could be totally off base on that. Kif, you take 6 points of piercing damage as it once again walks all over you. Not unlike the song by Johnny Cash. Or was that someone else? I can't remember. Anyways, this shrimp was made for walking.
Oh my God.
That puts me at 0.
That's
Oh boy.
Nancy Sinatra.
Okay, you're right. You're right. But a bunch of people sang that song.
Tons.
All right, so you are at 0. You're going to be making death saving throws on the start of your next turn.
Oh,
And then Mirik, I'm looking up to see if you, as a lizard folk, get a swimming speed. So if you want, like, I'm sure that's going to affect the outcome of what you're going to do.
Oh, there are many kinds of lizards.
It's true.
Are you a desert lizard or a Florida lizard?
You should have a swimming speed as a lizard folk.
So where would I find that?
That is a great
I have a
question.
racial trait. I can hold my breath for 15 minutes at a time.
Oh,
So that's got to help.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then it's nothing that I want to go into the weeds of, or I guess in this case, the seaweeds of at this point. But there are a ton of rules about how much harder it is to fight underwater unless you have a swimming speed. And when you have a swimming speed, basically all like you can just fight like normal underwater. You're
Okay,
basically
so-
like Aquaman.
Do you have any idea where I'd find my swimming speed?
I'm looking on your character sheet, or at least trying to bring it up as we speak. But
Yeah. If you click on your walking speed on your character sheet, it should pull it up and tell you if you have any other.
Oh, swimming
speeds,
is
like
also
flying.
30 feet. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Look
Okay,
at
cool.
you. Thank you. Okay, so. All right, let me see. So this one is the one that's submerged.
let me look briefly. Which one now?
This one.
Yes.
So I'm more than 30 feet away. Oh, but my swimming speed is 30 feet. So what does that mean?
That means you can move, basically like consider land and sea the same thing. So you can move a total of 6 squares and still make an attack. And the good news is that a lot of weapons are impeded underwater, but a crossbow is not. So you can shoot your
Wait,
crossbow.
and I can move diagonally, right?
Yes.
So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, motherfucker. And I, sorry. And I am holding my breath. That took way less than 15 minutes. And I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow right now underwater.
Absolutely. In fact, I bet.
Oh, should I just stab him? No, that probably won't be as effective.
Well, here's the thing, because you're underwater, It
Yeah.
might exude acid, but it's like it would be diluted and it wouldn't do anything. You could stab it if you wanted to. Where did your
Yeah,
character
I'm
go?
gonna stab him with my short sword.
I think her
And I
character
think
is
I
Oh,
have
there.
I have 2-weapon fighting. So I'm gonna stab him with both short swords.
Absolutely, you can do that. Let's see.
Assuming
The
6 doesn't hit.
the 12 hits.
Okay.
Let's see. And that it may not seem like it, but that already is like better damage than your crossbow. And that is enough to take it out.
Yay!
So it
I
goes
killed him.
belly up.
Oh, a sigh of relief from Edward.
Merrick's kill count is 2 shrimp right now. I just want to point that
It's
out.
true.
Well, you should see me at a buffet. All right.
All right. So Kiv, unfortunately, I need a death saving throw from you.
Okay. Never done this before, so click on I guess there we go.
Right. You've got one success so far. Get
Oof.
2 more and you are stable. Hopefully you don't get any failures. But all right, that is the extent of
Is
your
it an action for me to give him one of my 2 healing potions, or for him to take his own? We all
if you
have
can-
2,
yes.
don't we?
So I've got a house rule. This isn't how it normally goes, but I've got a house rule where you can use a normal, like the lowest end healing potion as a bonus action. So, and that applies for helping other people. So if you like run up to him and grab his healing potion out of his pack, you can give it to him as a bonus action and then he'll be up and at him. But that's, what am I trying to say here? But yeah, that's if you can get over to him and do that.
Okay,
Or
well,
whoever.
I have 2 myself, so I have to get over to him, and I can use either one of mine or one of his.
Yes.
Okay,
But we are now currently at Edward. If you would like to try and take your luck on one of these creatures.
Yeah, so I'm gonna jump off the egg and move as far as I can. Gonna say Edward's gonna run about knee deep into the water, making a look at both Kip and the things that's potentially swimming to his beautiful loofah. After a few seconds of contemplating what to do, he's gonna revive Kip and take the most wild shot as possible if he can at one of these things. Just
Sure. So I'll let you revive Kif, and then basically you're just taking a blind offhand shot with your musket. So you're
yeah,
gonna have disadvantage.
fair. Yeah.
And if you roll a 1 on either of those, I'm gonna have something wacky happen. But let's see if that happens.
Oh my god!
All right. So to heal him, I'm gonna use.
Oh, you just gotta roll 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, but it's okay. 2d4 plus 2. So how do you write that again? It's like
/R
RD
base 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. All right.
So he used a healing potion.
Correct.
Yeah, and so that burns one of mine. Let me delete that so I don't forget later.
Yeah. And Kif, you have that. You have 6 hit points now.
Perfect, thank you. And I wasn't being irresponsible on not healing myself, Kif not healing himself earlier. Kif does not have any potions.
Ah,
Wait, what? I thought we all got him. I don't remember that.
Well, and it's possible Kif wasn't there when we did the
oh,
potion
Kip,
purchase.
you have 2.
Oh, that's right.
But we did buy
Kif
potions.
does have
for
2?
Kif. We forgot to tell Kif.
You
Okay.
have 2, and what else did we buy? We gave everyone 2 healing potions and 2. It might be in the recap.
Oh yeah, and my shot. Sorry.
Yeah.
We need a few health. Blah, 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 blah. We each get 2. Yeah, so
Cool,
we
well-
each got 2 healing potions.
Perfect.
So a 7 and a 10.
Right. They don't hit anything, which is maybe a good thing. But all right, then after that we go to draw.
All right, let's see here. This is the one that's hex cursed, right? So
Yes.
I'm gonna run up just right about here, and since Kif seems like he's okay for now, I'm just gonna try to take another shot. 13 to hit.
Yeah, 13 hits.
Okay, so that is 6 piercing damage plus an additional 2 from the Hexblade's curse.
Which one?
On this one here at the top left.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that's all I can do.
All right, so it is now the creatures' turns. This one is just wild and erratic, and it's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's going to try and ram into the Radiant Loofah.
No.
Oops, what did I just? Oh, there we go. Why did? Oh shoot! What just happened? There we go. It hits.
Not the loofah.
No.
Dealing 14 points of damage to the hull. Thankfully, the hull is intact, but definitely you think you're going to have to go back down there and like reinforce that. A couple of the boards came loose, and another hit like that, and it would start taking on water. It is also submerged, so it's going to be a little tricky, but you do have Mirik, who is going to be clutch in fighting this thing underwater. Let's see, this thing is going to try and go out into the water. And do you still have a melee weapon drawn, Edward?
I mean, I wish I could say yes, but I probably wouldn't have had it because I used a healing potion and a musket.
That makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, you're not able to take an opportunity attack as it moves away.
I could probably hit it with my gun.
I'll allow you to try and do a pistol whip.
Okay, what's that, like an unarmed or something?
Yeah, it would basically be an unarmed strike. What's your strength modifier if you have? Holy cow!
Yes, I was even gonna say I'd throw it at him, but thank God I didn't.
You know what? That is a pretty impressive. You smash it with the butt of your gun, and that seems to be enough. It's almost like you christen this boat of a massive creature, and it just goes listing off into the ocean.
Oh man, you have no idea how much Edward wants to save the loofah.
I'm on it, Edward. I'm on it.
All right, and in fact, Mirik, it is your turn. This thing
Mirik is going to take the 6 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and shoot it. Or yeah, do I want to do crossbow or both short swords again?
You certainly have a greater chance to do more damage to it with your short swords.
Well, then let's do that again. 2 short swords. Action.
Nice.
I'll be right there. There we go.
The 15 must hit, right?
The 15 absolutely hit.
Does the 11?
The 11 sadly does not.
Okay.
But you do deal 6 damage to the thing. It turns to you, and you think it's going to stop attacking the loofah, and it's going to start attacking you. So that's going to happen. Kif, it is your turn. You know that there's one of these things left. It is out here. You can kind of see its form just under the waves. You can kind of see it like through the shimmering water. If you make any ranged attacks against it, you will have disadvantage.
Yeah, that's all I pretty much got. So that's all Kif has got. So Kif fires off a couple of crossbows.
All right. Don't forget to hit control before you click on it, and it'll do the disadvantage automatically.
Oh, okay. I can redo that.
Sure.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, that's pretty good. If you roll another one that's like even a little less than that, then you should be fine.
Do I
Woohoo.
just roll another one,
Just
or do I
do
get
it all over again?
okay with disadvantage? I can do it on the.
No,
Yeah.
just roll it again and we'll consider that disadvantage.
Okay, perfect.
Alternately, before you roll that, you can use the inspiration. Oh, never mind. Oh, that would have been good. Go ahead and roll your damage though. You did absolutely hit it. All right, you land a pretty solid blow. Merrick, you see like I'm sure you've seen those like the 80s cop movies where like someone's in a pool and they're trying to shoot them and like the bullets are coming in through the water. It's kind of like that. This crossbow just shoots right into the water and hits the creature that you're fighting. It's pretty impressive.
Nice.
Presuming that's the end of Kif's turn.
Yeah.
And then the by the way, the fire is growing right now. And Edward, it is your turn.
Ooh. So Edward is I mean, he's a seafaring guy, but not nearly as good a swimmer. You know what? He's going for it no matter what. So he's gonna try and get as far as he can into this water with nothing but a dagger and a rapier equipped.
All right, so I want you to know that when you're swimming and you don't have a swim speed, basically you can swim at half your standard walking speed. So you can move 15 feet, and if you want to use your action to continue swimming, you can move a total of 30.
Okay, that's what I'm doing then, and that's you won't let this thing get to the loofah. Yeah, so he gasping for air and doggy paddling as hard as he can.
Yeah, you're out there. You're in fact, it was a little bit fortunate, but you were able to like do some of your movement on top of this like floating corpse. You kind of scrabble up on it and get over. And in fact, I'll even let you get over here if you want to because of that.
Yeah,
But then that was the totality of your action. Unless you have the ability to do something with, I don't think you have cunning action yet, or do you?
Cunning action
Would be a good trait. Oh, so you can have used your bonus action to do that movement. Now you can actually hit it if you want.
Oh, really? You take you take a bonus action on each of your turns. Okay, hell yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna slice at it with the rapier.
Do it.
And is there like any disadvantage because I'm underwater?
No, I mean you're basically
I mean, I just got a crit.
Go ahead and roll one more time.
Oh damn!
Just the attack roll.
Oh, did that not show through? Okay.
No, it did. I'm just saying because like you basically had to swim down to attack it, but you did hit it, and you did do enough. I hate to take away your critical hit, but you did still get it. Like you did this like impossible move of like running on one of the creatures, like basically doing a swan dive and like using that momentum to like swim down, and with the rapier in your teeth, you just like stab it and take it down. So like now it starts floating. So you have defeated.
Oh yeah. Edward's gonna swim right up to the loofah and make sure she's okay.
Yeah, again, like it's damaged, but you think that with a little love and care, you can repair it.
Oh yeah, that'll be my number one goal after we get off this island.
It would have been, let me say, it would have been a little bit funny if the loofah had gone down and y'all would have been stranded on this island, because that would have changed probably the trajectory of like the next 10 sessions probably. But you all are on this island. You've defeated the menace of these things. You're pretty sure that they would have probably bothered you as you tried to leave the island, and many sailors in this region. I will also say that you can very likely make, well, these things are too young to like make armor out of, but I will say that you can harvest their acid if you want to make acid vials.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Sweet.
What would that be? So, what would that be called in the inventory?
I'm gonna look. I think it's literally called vial of acid, but I'm gonna double check.
Yeah, I think there's like a vial of acid something.
Potion of acid resistance.
Here, I've got the link. I'll as soon as my computer decides it wants to cooperate. There we go.
Oh, sweet.
And I'll say, because there's so many of these things, you can get 5 per quartz, so a total of 25, or yeah, 25.
25 of these? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
For some reason I can't.
Total or each?
Total.
Total. So we each get 5.
Yeah.
Does that, and that includes
Miltiades.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll say so.
Okay, so now you sent us the link. Is there a way to like then add them to our?
Yeah, if you go into your character sheets and go into the inventory and then do like the add, you should be able to just type in acid and then it should pop up, I think, but I know it gets a little finicky sometimes.
It's
So
okay.
yeah, what I had to do is I had to type in acid space parenthesis vial.
Okay, and I'm adding 5.
25.
I'm gonna be right back. I'll be like a minute, but if y'all want to take a moment for yourselves as well, you can. I'm just
Sure.
gonna put
Well,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
what is it?
It's pretty much it's like it's a root or a husk kind of. It's the main ingredient in like Metamucil. It pretty much what it does is like create a gel in your intestines and flushes it and just like carries it out like Drano. So I try and do that once a week just to kind of clean out. Not that it's not like an explosion anymore. It used to be. But yeah, that's clearly the only thing that's the same as last week as this week. So
And
Nope,
you're
nope.
feeling shitty again?
oh yeah, not as bad. My stomach doesn't feel bad, but I'm freezing and sore. So
Oh no.
she'll be good. Don't do it.
That's sounds, man, such an ally became such an enemy.
Right?
Oh goodness. Okay. So y'all are on this shore. You've just defeated all of these things. You know that there's a shrine here somewhere, but also many of you are pretty darn hurt. Do you want to try and find the shrine, or do you want to try and take a rest?
I think we need to take a rest.
Yeah, rest.
Yeah.
Uh,
Should
I
we
mean, is
go
there
on?
a time limit on the shrine? Like, can we just take a long rest and then go to the shrine?
You
Why don't we-
absolutely can. And given that you've got your boat just offshore, this isn't to scale. But given that your boat's just right there, you can just you might have to swim there because your away boat has been destroyed. But you can get over to it and then take a long rest.
Yeah. And we
Okay, and I can help anyone who needs a helping hand swimming.
Yes.
And Merrick and Edward are the ones in the water right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty much there at the ship.
But we're at the ship so we can get on the boat. But if anyone needs help getting to the boat, like, Miltiades can like sit on my head and I can get him to the boat.
Um,
Just that
well-
scene from Cabin Boy with the guy riding on her like
Yes.
Sharky or what's the fucking
Chalky.
jockey?
I think Draw's just gonna he'll call out and be like, if anybody just wants to throw down the anchor, I think I'm gonna end up having to walk along the bottom
Oh,
because I am made of metal.
I think the anchor is down, right?
Yeah,
It
you could
probably would
literally
be.
climb up the anchor if you wanted to.
Yeah. I just, I imagine being made of metal. It's the first time I've thought about this. But yeah, probably weigh me down a bit. I'm not a strong swimmer either, so
Oh my God, my mind just got blown. Wait, no way. Oh, it's not a Tim Burton movie. I was like, he did not direct that, did he?
There's no way.
It's Adam Resnick.
Why did I think that was a Tim Burton movie? Everybody in my life told me.
I don't know. I wonder how if he might be connected in a different way, like produced by or something.
Maybe he produced it or something.
Yeah,
It's just like he didn't okay, yeah, he produced it. Just like he produced Nightmare Before Christmas. He didn't direct that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
And that's what that screwed me up because they're like from the director of Nightmare Before Christmas.
right.
Coraline, and it's like it's not Tim Burton because he did not direct.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I mean, both equally good movies, Cabin Boy and Nightmare Before Christmas.
But and so I digress. Y'all take a long rest. Curiously enough, the night falls, you all relax. When the sun rises the next day, the shells, oh, and by the way, the fire just burns itself out. It's not like a big threat. But the shells that remain from these things, from the eggs, are gone. Like there's maybe traces of them left, but it seems like they're just gone.
There's no like signs of them being dragged any direction.
You might have to go and like look through and figure out what happened, but it is as if somebody dragged them away.
To inland.
So are there drag marks? Like, did they disappear or were they dragged away?
So presuming you all like next day you got your long rest, you're all fresh and new. You decide to go onto the shore. Does somebody want to make either an investigation or a survival check? And I can have one of each rolled if y'all want to.
I have a +2 on survival, so
yeah.
Plus
so do
3
I.
on investigation. Oh, I'm +4 on survival with advantage.
Ooh.
Oh.
So yeah, Edward and Merrick, you both conclude animals from the island came and ate the eggshells.
okay. Can we tell how big those animals were?
It's almost as if like every animal did. So like you can imagine birds and like wildlife and like everything from the smallest crab to like whatever might happen to be the biggest animal on this island came and ate away at this.
Are the rotting corpses still there?
I'm gonna say yes. Although depending on where they are, they probably would have been eaten too. So like the ones in the water got eaten by fish. The ones on land also got eaten by the animals.
Okay.
They're there.
Yes.
So they're partially eaten.
Correct.
Okay. And did we repaired the radiant loofah, right?
Yeah, the radiant loofah has been repaired and is good as new.
Oh, sweet.
You probably used what was left of the away boat.
Oh no, we should probably find another away boat while we're here.
You're gonna want one, yeah.
Oh,
If
brother.
at the very least you're gonna want like a life raft or something. But you are all healed up. You are good to go. You can start going inland to try and find this shrine if you like. Is that what you would want to do?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
All right, and then just to double check and make sure that that we are good. Are y'all good to go? Like go to the shrine? Like, are we good to play for about another half hour?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Kif swims to land. Backstroke.
Wait, what race is Kip?
Get Yankee.
Wait, is that what kind of race is that?
Like alien lizard, kind of
Oh,
like Kif. A
okay,
lot like
yeah,
Kif.
yeah.
Mhm.
Two lizards, a robot, a rat, and Edward Crow.
Exactly. All right. So the eggshells are gone. The creature bodies are rotting and eating. And do we have any sense of where the shrine is?
Go ahead and give me another survival check if you'd like.
Nice.
Excellent. So you're able to forge a path through the let's see, you're able to forge a path through the area, and pardonnez-moi s'il vous plaît while I do this quickly, and I think that's what I want. But you're easily able to find the shrine without much trouble. Of course, my computer is just having some kind of connection. And yes. Perfect. Okay. So you all show up near this shrine here. And in fact, I'm going to
Box of death.
Okay. And you more or less start in my famous triangle of death or rectangle of death there. But you see what appears to be like a giant, or not giant, like a modest sized stone temple. And it's not especially big. You can kind of peek inside. The doors have been kind of like, they've kind of fallen apart from disuse and the passage of time. And you can kind of look in. There seems to be a soft glow of something illuminated the inside of this area. And you see what appears to be a stone altar.
Okay, so it's a pretty small place. It's already broken open though.
Yeah, like the doors are kind of like hanging off of their hinges.
What can we see about this stone altar? Like anything on it, or
You can kind of peek in, but do you want to try and open the doors?
I'm gonna detect traps or make sure there's no booby trapping on that door.
go ahead and give me an investigation check.
All right. I didn't know if I had. I thought I had a little thing for that. Where is it? There it is. Should I have a -1 on that? I thought I had a detect trap thing. I don't think I do. I just thought, figured with a rogue you might.
Yeah. But anyhow, yeah, you think it's safe.
Well, go on, Kip. It looks safe.
No, go ahead there, buddy.
Let me see here.
Make Miltiades
fill up.
do it.
I'm gonna actually, before we do that, I totally forgot this. I can throw up detect magic at will, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and just see
Excellent.
if anything is pinging.
So you detect magic from within the temple, but not on the doors.
Okay. All right. Well, the temple's definitely magic. So
Who did detect magic? Was that
That was draw.
okay? Well, I mean, we kind of have to go in, right?
Yeah, I'll give her.
All right. Go ahead and give me a strength.
Kip will give her.
These doors aren't like they don't swing open like they used to, so you're gonna have to basically wrench them open.
You said athletics?
Yeah.
All of us or just one?
Whoever would like to do so.
Kif lifts and twists in a jerking motion, right, all with his back.
So yeah, Mirik just very easily like pulls the door from its hinge and like sets it into the ground, like partially buries it. Let's see, Kif, your door kind of falls on you. You're at full health, by the way, because you all had a long rest,
Yeah.
but I need another dexterity saving throw. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this door falls on you.
Oh. Well, it wasn't booby trapped at least.
Not in the traditional sense, but you are able to enter the temple now. You can see that the walls are adorned with frescoes. The altar does seem to be kind of inlaid with like what in our world would be called Celtic symbols. And at the very center, there appears to be a shining bright orb. And you kind of have to. Sorry.
What do the frescoes depict?
Go ahead and give me just a quick perception check.
Where is that? Just perception?
Mm-hmm. So it's not difficult to kind of, oh, there we go. It's not difficult to perceive what the frescoes are. There's one source of light here that makes it a little tricky, but you're able to see that the frescoes apparently depict some kind of a figure wearing some kind of a uniform that you recognize to apparently be the Pontifex, or at least some facsimile thereof. And the fresco kind of depicts this Pontifex figure like holding like a scepter and pointing it at people, and there's like kind of rays coming out of the rod and people kind of like suffering because of it. One of the other frescoes shows the Pontifex sitting on a throne and a bunch of like wretchedly drawn people bowing down to the Pontifex.
Oh, brother.
Is he a him?
It's difficult to say. Most people don't know enough about the Pontifex to say, but like most people just kind of default to him.
Okay, for now, we'll default to him.
And that's what would you say was on the center of it all?
A glowing orb.
I'm guessing that was the magical bit.
The glowing orb is on the altar.
Yes.
And
How large is it?
It is, let's call it, well, sorry, there's fireworks. Let's call it bowling ball sized.
Oh. Well, like an 8-pounder, 10-pounder.
We'll say
Oh.
it's not like a kid's bowling ball, let's put it that way.
Kif has
one
a
of
bag of
those that-
sand that is that exact weight. The old indie switcheroo.
is it that kind that glows in the dark for like galactic bowling?
Oh, I've never had galactic bowling, but that sounds amazing.
Oh,
something.
it's life
And
changing.
obviously this does glow in the dark. So
Yes.
galactic bowling would be awesome.
So, do we have any previous knowledge about what we need to do to break the curses at this shrine?
Oh, brother.
You
what's
do
his
not.
face?
I
Tell us.
think we just wandered in here.
So we know that supposedly we can, but we have no idea how.
Correct.
Okay. Well, Kif has like major arcana. Can he check?
I would say so.
Good call.
Okay, Kiv, make me another dexterity saving throw. I'm just kidding. You don't. Kiv, you've heard of this thing before. It is what some call a curse receptacle or a curse container. Some folk will make facsimiles of these. They'll make like a paper mache curse container and kind of be like, sleep with this near your bed and it will, it will contain your bad dreams or whatever. But this seems to be the real deal. You think that if you were to perform a ritual with this sphere, it will then absorb the energy of a curse. And it can, according to legend, remove exactly one curse.
Per seance?
Per sphere. No, just this thing
per
will
sphere.
contain one curse.
Oh, okay.
Period.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
One thing I want you to know, because you rolled so high, this can remove the curse on any one of you. It can potentially remove the curse on the village that you all had started from.
Ooh.
That would be huge.
Yeah, which wouldn't remove our individual curses, but
Right.
right? It would, but it would
would
kind of
not.
release us. But it would kind of release us from having to always.
Go back to.
Correct.
Yeah.
It would also stop all of the creepy things from showing up there. So it would let
well,
the land regenerate.
Does he tell us this? Like, can we counsel like Kif? Let's do the village.
That's up to
Let-
Kif. Kif, do you say any of that?
Let Kif tell you a story. And Kif lays out the terms, and Kif also questions, though, if anyone is familiar with the practice in order to do so, to relieve
Well,
the curse, or
I
does
think,
Kif know that?
Yeah, Kif would know that. I'm trying to remember
Okay.
what class is Miltiades?
He's a sorcerer.
Probably between Miltiades and Kif, you would be able to perform the ritual.
Okay.
So I guess I don't think it's much of a real debate. We can still have it if we want, but we're taking this back to the village, right?
Aye. Here, Kif. Here.
Yeah, I think I don't know personally. I don't know if I'm super keen to get rid of my curse just yet. I'm pretty sure I've done some bad things, and I don't know if I want to remember them just yet. But if we can help out the town, And hell, even all those cursed folk can have a bit of a easier time of it.
Well, and it does help all of us by releasing us from having to return to the village.
Right. Yeah. 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 So we all get a little bit of a bite, but we're not sated, as it were.
Right.
Well, who wants to touch it? I don't want to touch it.
Well, it's got to be Kif and Miltiades, right?
Well, but I mean to perform the ritual, right? But who's going to carry it? I'm not interested.
Well, do we need to take this back to town though, or are we able to do it remotely and just direct it towards
Well,
the
that's a good-
town?
That's a great
good
question,
question.
actually. Initially, I was going to say you have to take it back to town. You could try and perform the ritual remotely. It would complicate the procedure slightly because now you're doing it remotely, but you could try and do it.
What do you folks think? Kif's a gambling man, and Kif's about 75% confident that would work.
I feel like Miltiades really would want to do this.
Okay,
I could be wrong, but
true, good point. And with both of us working on it together, it could really give the advantage to performing it successfully.
So just so that everybody's on the same page, should we basically table this until the start of next session so that everyone's here, and then we could say, hey, do we want to try and do this here
Yeah.
and now, or do we want to take it back to the village?
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's
that's probably a good place to stop.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
I
Yeah.
will not be here next week though. I'll be deep sea fishing.
Gotcha. But you are on board with doing it remotely. That is your
Yeah.
vote. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep that in mind for next time. And we should be good for next week. I think unless anybody else is having any schedule conflicts, we'll talk about that all on email. But then some interesting stuff will happen next time, depending on whether or not you decide to do the ritual here or back in town. But yeah, it should be some exciting stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So there we go. And before I forget to mention, that was a really tough fight that you guys just had, even though those things weren't even trying to kill you. Give yourselves a level.
Woo! All right, level 3, baby.
Some of you will have some interesting choices to make. Not all of you, though.
Those guys
Mhm.
running away from you really gave you a run for your money.
They
Yes.
sure did. Yeah,
Literally killed one of you guys almost.
it's a real attack. Yeah, Kif's not his dexterity. He must have rolled his ankle getting off the ship.
Whoa, what happened? So when I leveled up, I have. We can go through. I'll ask after the stream's over.
So let me just go ahead and do my whole spiel. Thank you all for watching. I'm still kind of playing around with whether or not I want to do the stream. But any feedback I receive is great. Please let me know if you are still enjoying the stream, and I will potentially keep it going. As always, come back and watch me. I may change my Thursday video game stream. That's likely going to happen, but I will communicate via Twitter what those changes will be and how. But all right, for right now, the streaming schedule is up in the air. We'll kind of go over that. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.